Good morning, everybody. Welcome to another video here on the Hunt with Clayton YouTube channel. Today we're going to talk about the pros and cons of joining a field staff. So stay tuned. Alrighty, everybody. Happy Friday. Gonna go over some of these things. I've got 7 pros, 8 cons about joining a field staff. I want to preface some of this stuff by saying that there's a lot of benefits to joining a field staff, which we're going to go over. There's a lot of cons and stuff that can get you burnt out. My biggest tip when joining like a staff or something, I'm a part of 2. I'm part of Team Tacticam and I'm part of Native Lands Outdoors. And both I am super passionate about. So before, when I first started getting into YouTube and everything, I wanted to join as many staff opportunities as I possibly could. And I learned very quick that you can easily get burnt out. And there's just some things that you don't necessarily like, and you have a super misconception about a lot of things. Most field and pro staff opportunities are for promotion. It's not a sponsorship or anything like that. And a lot of times people are in it for the wrong reason. If you're in it just to make money and just to get the free stuff and stuff like that, more power to you. I'm not that way. To me, if you're trying to kick off something just to make money and not to enjoy the outdoors, you're in it for all the wrong reason. So that being said, let's go ahead and get into some pros. But first, Cowboy here wanted to say hi to everybody. So he's going to be in here with me as I go through this list. I hope the audio is somewhat better. I found out last time I had my microphone a little too close. So hopefully we got that all squared away. But let's get into it. Number 1, product discounts or free gear. Again, when I first started it, I was all about the free stuff, and that's fine. If you're in it for the free stuff, that's 100% okay. But as you can see here, this is just the list that I put together with some talking points to kind of go off on. I don't want to make this video too long, but many field/pro staff positions provide significant discounts for hunting gear or even free products, helping you save money while using the quality equipment. Part of this is you have to promote it. Pro is you're promoting it. For instance, I was part of the Pulse TV as field staff. My main deal with the Pulse TV was just to promote stuff. Field and pro staff. So I didn't get anything free out of the deal. There were some opportunities that came, some friendships that will last me a very long time moving forward from that group. But that's really it as far as like using the stuff. I'll say this too, like if you're trying to find something to like staff for, to apply for, whatever, make sure it's something that you believe in. There's a lot of times people will jump straight into something and it's something that they don't believe in. Like there's a ton of scent control companies out there that want you to come staff for them. If that's your deal, if you want to believe in all that stuff, that is 100% on you. I personally I don't. Okay, so networking opportunities, I just touched on it. There's a lot of friendships you will make within being in a pro staff. Roger, Stephen, James, Brucher, Amber Brucher, Kyle Crady, Heath Pendergraft, David Lynn, Scott Taccone, Brian Dunn. Those are just some people that I've met that David DeMontney that I've met throughout doing this kind of stuff for the short amount of time that I have. But being part of a pro staff team connects you with like-minded hunters, industry professionals, and brands, potentially opening doors to new opportunities. That is a huge, huge, huge benefit, especially this right here. For instance, through Tacticam, I met David DeMonte. He's also, I hope I'm saying his last name right. He's a game warden here in the great state of Oklahoma, but he's also a Tacticam team member. I went down on behalf of Tacticam with him to an event and met uh, David Ward from Ward's Whitetails, and that's just one connection that I have. And I also met the founders of Operation Freedom Outdoors, which, if you don't know who they are, I'll link them down below. Um, but I got in touch with Operation Freedom Outdoors, and they have my personal number. If they have any Tacticam questions, I can push them in the right direction. One specific example, I wasn't able to answer a question because I'm just a field staffer, but it was about how to get a sponsorship for an event they had coming up. But this right here is the big one, as well as connecting you with like-minded hunters. Like I said, all the people that I listed, Mike Unruh, he's another one. He owns, he's the founder of the Fallen Outdoors. He has a his foundation will be on a NASCAR this weekend for the Daytona 500 through Grizzly. So pretty cool there. I'm shouting out all my people that I can. Okay, exposure and recognition. Like I mentioned in the first one, a lot of these Prostaff companies want you to create posts, videos, whatever, pushing their product. That's your primary source. Through one of the Prostaff or field staffs that I was in, we got to try out new equipment at a discounted price. So that was really neat and cool. But part of that, you have to keep quiet, and you can't say anything until it comes out. But you already have knowledge in that product if you choose to get it. But you may gain visibility through the brand's marketing efforts, social media events. This could enhance your personal brand as a hunter or influencer. Kind of touched on that. I said it's all about the connections. Hunting knowledge and experience. I love sharing hunting stories. David Ward with Ward's Whitetail shared a bunch of knowledge. Got a bunch of knowledge from him. He's a big-time shed hunter. I actually will put a picture here so you can see one of the sheds that he found. I encourage you to go check them out on their YouTube as well. But working closely with brands might give you early access to new technology. I already touched on that, and insights helping you become a better hunter with better and more informed hunter. So knowledge is key to everything. If you know the product well, you're obviously going to be better for the brand. I'll be honest with you, I know quite a bit on Tacticam. A lot of, especially on the Tacticam side, they want you, or they require you to sit through some training, which I need to get on and do, but they require you to sit through some training about new products and stuff. And anytime something new releases, you are required to go in and take that part of their Tacticam university. Industry involvement. You'll get an insider look into the outdoor hunting industry, which can be exciting if you're passionate about this field. If you're passionate like I am, you're gonna put yourself out there. Not too many opportunities in Oklahoma for Tacticam, but in Missouri, a lot of other states, there's opportunities. They're just how do I put it? There's plenty of opportunities. They don't come very often. So, for example, through Tacticam, I earned points, which led to a discount on the Reveal product, and like my Reveal membership and stuff like that. I think it was like 100 points. I got X amount off. I don't remember off the top of my head. But they have like Bass Pro, Banquet, stuff like that. Stephen Anthony has done a ton of Bass Pro, Ducks Unlimited, some deer hunting stuff. I don't remember what the deer side of it is called. And the national state archer, or the national archery tournament in Branson, Missouri, state or national, one of the two. Shout out my Sircoxy Bears. Okay, opportunities to influence products. Many pro staff teams value input from their members, giving you a chance to develop and improve hunting gear. Like I said, I got to try some new products out. You're testing their stuff out in the field. I'm pretty sure that's where the field staff comes from. But you get a lot of times you get first chance at a lot of products coming up or coming out. You get it before a lot of people do. For example, we heard about the Tacticam 3.0s or the Reveal 3.0s before they hit the market, and we weren't supposed to say anything about them until they hit. The same with the Tacticam 6.0 POV camera. So again, you as a pro staff member, you need to, as a field or pro staff member, you need to understand that you get out what you put in. I'm not the best staffer, I will say. I also work a crazy schedule and sleep through the day. So that doesn't look like it's going to change anytime soon. So I do the best I can. But like I said, you get to get out and meet a ton of cool people, and you can be part of improving some of the gear that you use. All right, number 7, travel and events. Some roles involve attending expos, trade shows, or hunting events, which can be enjoyable and help you broaden your tech. So you have the I think it's called the Great American Whitetail Expo or something like that. It's spaced out throughout the entire country, but there's that a lot of these people will come on, go and promote their product. I know Tethered, XOP, Camo Dust, Treason, like a lot of these companies will go to this to get their new it's like think of SEMA, but for like the hunting world. That's where they go and promote their stuff, their new stuff, if you will. Like I said, it's like the SEMA for the hunting world, if you know what SEMA is. But like I said, right here, attending expos, trade shows, or hunting events, that is Tacticam's bread and butter. Oh, let's talk some cons. There's 8 cons, so it might seem like the cons weigh out the pros, but I'm trying to be as unbiased as possible here because I have staffed for a ton of companies and got burnt out pretty quick and just found myself weeding myself out. Time commitment. Being a pro staffer isn't about free gear. Like I said before, it often involves promoting the brand on social media and attending events and representing them in the field. This can feel like a job that you don't get paid for. Like I said, you're there to pretty much donate your time and push the brand forward. So there's a lot of pros. You get to test out new stuff. Like I said, insider look on the outdoor industry, which can be exciting if you're passionate about this field. You get a lot of chances to try new stuff. So it can feel like a job and you can get burnt out. I know this because I've been burnt out with stuff myself. High expectations. Companies often expect regular social media posts, like I've mentioned before, high quality photos and videos, and measurable results like sales or outreach, which can be stressful if you're not prepared for the workload. I will say every place that I've staffed for, whether it be through myself or through the Pulse TV, whether it be through myself or the Pulse, I wasn't required to push it. Now there was you were like, for one brand specifically, you were required to make X amount of posts a month, I think. But I think that's as far as they go, really, until you get to like the pro staff. Most of these, you're starting off as field staff and you get promoted to the pro staff, if you will. Potential for bias. You might feel pressured or exclusively promote the brand's products, even if they aren't the best fit for your needs or hunting style. This is huge. I got to a point where I didn't use any scent control other than Camo Dust, and I still don't. And I had to promote a scent control that I didn't really believe in, especially when it comes to like spray. I'm not really into all that. If that's your cup of tea, that is 100% on you. if that's something that if you are passionate about, more power to you. I have no idea what just happened. My entire document here got deleted somehow. I had to restart the meeting. I'm still new to using Zoom, so I don't even remember where I was, but we'll just go ahead and move on because I kind of touched this part pretty well. Potential for bias. You might feel pressured. Okay. I'm sorry here. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and move on to number 4, limited financial compensation. I already touched on this. Many field/Prostaff positions are unpaid or provide minimal compensation, so you may invest a lot of effort without much financial return. That is huge. I know Tacticam, I think they cover hotel rooms. I don't wanna be for sure about that. I've never worked like a big event like it like for instance the archery tournament that my buddy Steven has went to. I don't want to put words in their mouth, so I'll just leave that right there. But it is true. You are unpaid for the work you do. So like I said before, you get out what you put in. It can be tough at times because for instance, I joined a field staff when there was like 300 people, and then by the time I left, there was 3,000 people. So really, the incentive for um, pushing a product when there's other people doing it the same amount as you, um, they're getting their media one way or another. And you want to, when trying to find one, you don't want one that that's it. Just lets anybody in, you know. It's best to find ones that have a cap or whatever. With the exception of like media, like native lands. Everybody in that group, a solid group of guys. Glad to be a part of them. I joined them again because I wanted to be a part of something again. That I could just snap a picture or whatever. It didn't involve filming or anything. Like I mentioned in the last video, I sold all my stuff, so I didn't really have to do anything but like film on my phone or but being a part of them is a good connection because you do get to share a lot of stories and stuff with like-minded people, and you get to meet a ton of people. Shout out Jason for letting me in. I am a non-native citizen. Um, Social media focus. If you're not comfortable with creating content or being active on social media, this aspect of the role can be challenging and time consuming. Yes, I've touched on that quite a bit. You have got to make posts. That is your entire role as a pro staffer, promotional staff. They just shorten it. Like I said, you're not sponsored by these people or anything like that. Some of the companies make that abundantly clear. You are not sponsored. Obligation to maintain brand image. You are often expected to adhere to strict guidelines regarding behavior, hunting ethics, and public interactions, which can feel restrictive. I signed a contract when I moved to pro staff with the Pulse. I'm pretty sure I signed one as a field staffer too. I don't remember. It's been years ago, but you sign a contract. I signed a contract stating that I was going to be an ethical hunter, stuff like that. It's just something that you're representing a brand. So keep that in mind. Think of it like the best way I can describe it is how would you represent your workplace, even though you're not getting paid for stuff like this? How would you represent the place that you work at outside of work, if that makes sense? It'd be no different than if you worked for Walmart and you walk into a convenience store and you buy a 12-pack of beer or something and you're acting a fool while you're in there. The first thing people are going to think is, oh, he's a Walmart employee. You know what I'm saying? So it's for sure you need to treat it like treat it with respect. Number one, every product that you get, treat it with respect, and treat it like you're promoting something of your own. And make sure your behavior's good, your hunting ethics are good, and your public interactions are solid too. Seasonal nature. Depending on the company or brand, the opportunities may be limited to certain seasons, making it hard to stay involved year round. I've never ran into this. I only added it in here because let's say you are staffing for a turkey call, small turkey call company, and you can only use the calls during turkey season. It's hard to make content for turkey calls in the dead of winter, or the middle of summer, if you will. So make sure that it aligns with whatever season you're in. So native lands, they're year round. A lot of hunting, fishing, stuff like that, and Tacticam is year round as well. Potential for burnout. Balancing personal and hunting goals, professional commitments, and pro staff obligations can sometimes lead to burnout. I've touched on that a lot in this video. You don't want to get too ahead of yourself. I would start with one, see how that goes, and then potentially move forward from there. I jumped the gun and jumped into a lot. I will say that I'll use arrows for an example. If you jump into an arrow company, let's say XYZ arrow company, you join their pro staff, you pick out the arrows that you want. It's going to look real bad when you go make content and you have other arrows in your quiver and you use that as a social media post. For example, well, I just gave you an example. That's just one example. Or like you get on with a camo company. There's one in particular that lets anybody they want in. You get on with them, and you have ABC camo top and mossy oak bottoms. Probably don't want to put your full body in that picture with whatever you do. It's all about making it look good and making it look professional and making sure you're representing the brand really well. Then my final thoughts: joining a pro staff can be a rewarding experience if you're passionate about hunting and willing to put in the effort before committing. Ensure you understand the expectations and consider it aligns with your goals and lifestyle. So that's pretty much it for this video. I just wanted to get on here and make something real quick. I've been thinking about this for a while. Pro staffs are really good opportunities to get you out there. Like I said, I listed off a ton of people that I've met through the hunting industry, and it creates a lot of cool experiences and stories. So like I said, if it's something that you're into, I'm only a staffer for two companies right now. I'm not really looking into creating a third opportunity for myself at the moment. But that's kind of where I sit on it. Like I said before, I jumped straight into being a staffer for like 6 companies at once, I think, and it was so hard to keep up, and it was so hard to stay motivated, especially when there's a lot of people doing the same thing that you are on a much larger scale. Like 30 people is really not a lot to me, but like 3,000, jumping from like 300 to 3,000, that's 10 times the amount of people that joined whenever I first started. So like I said, if you're wanting to find something, make sure it's something that you're passionate about and you know that you'll use. You don't want to jump into something that you know you're not going to use. There was a company, and I won't mention what they do, but they were a scent company that promoted like this device that you hung in a tree and stuff like that, and it really didn't work for me. But it came through the pulse that I was in, and I didn't really, like, I was going to use it because I had to, at least for pictures and videos and stuff, but like it's not something that I really would consider using in the field. So with that being said, I'm not sure what we're going to do for the next video. That's a week away at this point. I'm sure hopefully I'll have somebody on here to actually talk. I'm going to reach out to David Ward from Ward's Whitetail so he can get on here and talk about some shed hunting and stuff like that. I'd also like to get Heath Pendergraft, talk about some Tacticam stuff and the NWTF, which he is at right now. And then eventually, we're going to take this and get some educational stuff, hopefully grow a little bit and have some brands get on here and have the opportunity to talk about their product. So that being said, guys, I'm gonna go ahead and get off here and get this edited and get it up. I appreciate you guys watching, and I'll see you guys next week. See ya.